Hello everyone, it's me Marvel Embalsado. In this video, you'll learn how to protect yourself and how to behave correctly during an earthquake. An earthquake results from a sudden release in the Earth's crust stored energy, creating seismic waves. At the Earth's surface, earthquakes may manifest themselves by a shaking or displacement of the ground. Sometimes, they cause tsunamis, which may lead to loss of life and destruction of property. So guys, I will introduce Michael Angelo Aton, Mary Grace Didomo, Jocelyn Diofilo Bayoyos, Kanoy Aljandev, and Cherry May to explain step by step on how to protect yourself during an earthquake. John Michael, let's start.
Hi everyone, I'm Mike Angelo Aton, your disaster preparedness public announcer. We all know that Philippines, not only in the Philippines, but the whole earth usually encounter or experience different disasters, such as typhoons, earthquake, and other disasters. And now, let's talk about an earthquake. This is a public service announcement about earthquake. Please take time to listen. Preparation and knowledge can save lives. So what is an earthquake? Now, I'll let you listen to Mrs. Dacalos for us to know what is an earthquake. Mrs. Dacalos?
Hello, this is Trini Santa Ana. These are the things that we need to apply during an earthquake. First, if you are indoors, stay there. Get under a desk or table and hang onto it. Drop, cover, and hold on. Move into a hallway or against an inside wall. Stay clear of windows, fireplaces, and heavy furniture or appliances. Get out of the kitchen, which is a dangerous place. Don't run downstairs or rush outside while the building is shaking or while there is danger of falling and hurting yourself or being hit by falling glass or debris. Second, if you are outside, get into the open, away from buildings, power lines, chimneys, and anything else that might fall on you. Third, if you are driving, stop but carefully. Move your car as far out of traffic as possible. Do not stop on or under a bridge or overpass or under trees, light posts, power lines, or signs. Stay inside your car until the shaking stops. When you resume driving, watch for breaks in the pavement, falling rocks, and bumps in the road at bridge approaches. Fourth, if you are in mountainous area, watch out for falling rock, landslides, trees, and other debris that could be loosened by quakes. Last but not the least, if you are near the ocean, see the safety rules from NOAA's Tsunami Warning Center. Thank you.
Earthquake may cause household items to become dangerous projectiles, cause buildings to move, all foundation collapse, damage utilities, roads, and structures such as bridges or dams, and can cause fire and explosions. It may also trigger landslide, avalanches, and tsunamis. Earthquakes can happen at any time of the year and occur without any warning, although it usually lasts less than 1 minute. Aftershocks following the initial earthquake may occur for hours, these even months. Earthquake cannot be predicted, although scientists are working on it. What should we do before, during, and after the earthquake? And now, I'll give you Miss Mary Grace Didomo to let us know or aware of what should we do and what are the things we need to prepare before an earthquake occur. Miss Mary Grace Didomo?
Hi, I'm Mary Grace A. Didomo, informing you what should we do before an earthquake or what are the things we need to prepare before an earthquake occurs. So these are the things we need to prepare or do. Practice drop, cover, and hold on with family or with others. Make an emergency plan. Create a family emergency communication plan that has an out-of-state contact. Plan where to meet if you get separated. Make a supply kit that includes enough food and water for several days, a flashlight, a fire extinguisher, and a whistle. Include non-perishable foods, cleaning supplies, and water for several days in case services are cut off in your area. If you're able to set aside items like soap, hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol, disinfecting wipes, and general household cleaning supplies that can use to disinfect surface you touch regularly. After an earthquake, you may not have access to these supplies for days or even weeks. Being prepared allows you to avoid unnecessary excursions and to address minor medical issues at home, alleviating the burden on urgent care centers and hospitals. Remember that not everyone can afford to respond by stocking up on necessities. For those who can afford it, making essential purchases and slowly building up supplies in advance will allow for longer time periods between shopping trips. This helps to protect those who are unable to procure essentials in advance of the pandemic and must shop more frequently. In addition, consider avoiding without labeled products so that those who rely on these products can access them. Protect your home. Secure heavy items in your home like bookcases, refrigerators, televisions, and objects that hang on walls. Store heavy and breakable objects on low shelves. Consider making improvements to your building to fix structural issues that could cause your building to collapse during an earthquake. Consider obtaining an earthquake insurance policy that does not cover earthquake damage.
Hi everyone, I'm Untitled Chapter, and these are the things we need to apply or we should do after an earthquake. First, check yourself and others for injuries. Provide first aid for anyone who needs it. Check water, gas, and electric lines for damage. If any are damaged, shut off the valves. Check for the smell of gas. If you smell it, open all the windows and doors. Leave immediately and report it to the authorized. Turn on the radio. Don't use the phone unless it's an emergency. Stay out of damaged buildings. Be careful around broken glass and debris. Wear boots or sturdy shoes to keep from cutting your feet. Be careful for chimneys. They may fall on you. Stay away from beaches. Tsunamis and switches sometimes hit after the ground has stopped shaking. Stay away from damaged areas. If you're at school or work, follow the emergency plan or the instruction of the person in charge. And always expect aftershocks.
Mr. Kanoy, for that information. In this world, we should always prepare ourselves because no one can predict what will happen tomorrow and on the other day. We need to prepare not only for the disasters upcoming in our land or in our country, but most especially the disasters that will come to our lives. These kind of disasters is said to be the challenges in our lives. As we all know, in life, we can't avoid challenges from coming. All we can do is to be prepared and be ready for the consequences. It's natural to be failed at first try or in anything, because if you don't fail, then you don't learn. I believe that challenges are God's way of strengthening us mentally and spiritually, and yes, physically. After having won each challenge that confronted us, we are wiser and stronger. Challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes them meaningful.